Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel, and a big hello to all of you who are new here. I'm Katrina and I create easy to follow along crafting and DIY tutorials for everyone. And today I want to show you how to make a quick and easy but still super cute Valentine's gift. So grab your supplies, settle in and let's get started. So for today's Valentine's gift, I'm gonna use my We've Got Chemistry stamp set, and especially this nice heart-shaped flask stamp, which I really like because I think it's super pretty and super versatile. And yeah, let's start right away. I'm starting with my card base, which is a 21 centimeter by 10.5 centimeters card base. So I'm gonna get a square base as my card base, like this. And then you're gonna need two of these tiny strips, which are 2.5 by 6 centimeters. And I'm just score them because I want these to be kind of tiny paper spaces. And I'm just gonna put them on here and score them at 3/8 of an inch and 5/8 of an inch, like this. And I'm gonna do the same thing with the other one. 5/8 and 3/8. Now we've got two of these, and I'm just gonna burnish all the folds now. You can see it builds kind of a slot like this. I'm just gonna do the same thing with the other one. So I have two of these slot pieces now. I'm just gonna put them aside for a second, and now we're going to stamp a little. I'm using watercolor paper for this, but you can use any kind of cardstock. And as I said, I'm using the We've Got Chemistry stamp set, especially the heart-shaped flask. I'm gonna ink it up real nicely. I'm leaving a little bit of space at the top so I can maybe add a cork later. Not sure yet. And yes, I think I want to add in a cork to close up the flask, and there's also one in the stamp set, so I'm just going to use that. Yeah, I think that looks good. And now you'll see why I used watercolor paper, because I want to color in the stamp using watercolors. And yeah, I want the potion to be pink, of course. I mean, it's a heart. And maybe I need a nice light gray for the flask itself. I'm gonna use a lot of water with that one. Okay, and I think I will color in the cork with alcohol ink, so I'm just leave it with these two colors for now. I'm adding a little bit of water to prime the watercolors, and then I'm also going to use a little bit of water to already prime my potion, the surface here. I'll let it dry a little bit before I go in with the color. Okay, let's see. I'm just going in now. Inking it up real nice. I'm gonna do this surface last, so hopefully it'll be a bit darker than the rest to show that it's the surface of the potion. And while I'm coloring in here, just a quick reminder to like the video and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out and also makes sure that you don't miss out on any more tutorials. Okay, I'm gonna let that sit for a bit and dry, and then I'll come back and add in the gray for the flask. Okay, I let it sit for 15 minutes now. I hope that's enough. I'm kind of impatient with this, but I'm just going for it. So let's see if it works. I'm also adding a layer of water again to the flask. Okay, fingers crossed that this works. Just a little bit of color. I don't want to add too much because yeah, I just don't want it to be solid and just look like glass. Okay, hopefully it's dry enough now. Yeah, I think that'll work. And now I'm going in with some alcohol markers for the cork. And I'm going to use two different shades of brown, one for the top part and one for the inside, well, within the flask. So hopefully it looks like it's actually sticking inside of the flask. Here's the first one. And the second one. It doesn't look too much different, I'm afraid. Maybe it's also a bit darker because of the water. I think that looks good enough, and now I'm going to cut it out. And you know what? While it's still drying, I'm adding a few tiny hearts inside the potion. I think that looks cute. Yes. Just to make it even more look like a love potion. Alrighty, I think that looks really cute, and now I'm going to place it on top of my card, but not just like that, because I still have the spaces from before, which I'm going to use now to elevate the flask a bit above the card surface. And I'm gonna turn around my hard flask and now add the spaces as far out at the edge as possible, so it's not to be seen from the top. And the other one I will insert in the other one, so I create kind of a corner just like this, and I'm gonna glue it down just like this now. Like this. And now I'm just sticking it to the back side as shown before. Just as far out as possible. And I'm just gonna press it down with my bone fold to make it stick in there real nicely. And now I'm going in with the other one. Just repeating the same step. And now I'm also gonna press it down with my bone fold. Now I roll up my spacer, put some glue at the top part, and then roll over the other one, and put some glue on that top as well. And now I can just turn everything around and stick it to my card front. I'm going in with my bone fold again just to press it down so it really sticks to the front and doesn't move while drying. Not sure if you can see this from the top, but I'm going in here and just pressing down the spaces onto the card front. And now we have a nice secret pocket on our card front. It's not very obvious. I mean, of course, if you hold it in your hands, you will notice it, but like right from the get-go, you just don't see it. And I think that's really cute and nice, and you can put anything in there. I'm gonna put some tea in there. It's my go-to Valentine's tea. And yeah, you can also put a tiny piece of chocolate behind it, maybe some jewelry as well. And yeah, you can use it as a nice little Valentine's gift. But before it's finished, I still want to add some details. For example, I want to round the corners here. I think it just gives it a nice finishing touch. Maybe these ones as well. I have also prepared a nice little string to tie around the bottleneck. Maybe to be secure, I'll add a double knot. I'm just gonna cut off one end. To the other end, I want to add a nice little bottle tag, maybe something that looks like a tea tag. And I'm just gonna use a spare bit of paper that I've used to test out my colors before. And just cutting away the corners to make it look like a tea tag. Like this. Now, I usually would use my crocodile to put a hole in there, but I can't seem to find it at the moment, to be honest. So I'm just going to do it the old-fashioned way with my eraser and my quilling needle. Yes. Just a nice hole as well. Okay, I'm just gonna write love potion on it. Like this. And now I can just fiddle it through the hole here. Maybe I'll need the help of my quilling needle. Got it. And I think I'm gonna keep it maybe this length. Yes, then I can stick it down here. So I'm just gonna tie a knot. Maybe a double knot as well, just to be sure. I'm just gonna cut it. And now I can just glue it down here. Just a little bit of glue. Okay. And now I can just add in my tea. And just like this, your cute little Valentine's gift is finished. As I said, I love this stamp. I hope you love it just as much as I do. I hope you have just as much fun with it as I do. And yeah, all that's left to say is happy crafting.